Let me show you how to use Claude Code for 90 times cheaper. I use it with the brand new DeepSeek V4, and I will put it to the test and show you exactly how it works and the trade-offs, so you can save thousands of tokens and build as much as you'd like with no rate limits. This requires no technical background, so you can follow along, pause this video, and get this exact setup in minutes. We are gonna follow 3 steps: install Claude Code, get the DeepSeek API key and make Claude use it instead of Anthropic's models, and I'm actually gonna test it to see how it works. I'm gonna check if DeepSeek can read the existing code base, use the tool calling so I can still leverage all the skills and the commands that I built in my workspace, and then build this exact dashboard. So we are gonna get it on localhost, build it from scratch. Let's start. First, we are gonna register to DeepSeek. So go to platform.deepseek.com. Make sure you have an account. We need to top up. The minimum is $2. And then we are gonna create a new API key. And you are gonna copy that key. And then open Claude using this command. This command has the key we just created. Base URL DeepSeek/antropic. The model, we have 2 options. You can either go with Pro or with Flash. In this case, I chose V4 Flash. And you're gonna put the same name in this variable, small fast model. So it's the same name here and here. And then Claude. This ensures Claude starts, but it will point to DeepSeek, not to Anthropic's model. It's gonna ask me for permissions. I will say yes. Check that indeed it's using DeepSeek. Let's say hi. And we got a reply. Great. Now, let's put it to a real life test. I want to build one dashboard, just the front end, with Claude and DeepSeek and see what we get. To achieve this, I'm gonna get some inspiration from this website. It will be tailadmin.com. This is a website that has a couple of really nice templates, and I just chose one that it's free. It's this one right here. This is how it looks like. It has some interactive elements, some bar charts, donut. Yeah, so this is the plan. Now, let's copy this exact dashboard and try to build it locally. I will just go ahead and get template. I'm redirected to the GitHub repo. I'm gonna copy this repo, go to the terminal and just say git clone and put the link, and then ask Claude, hey dude, please read this HTML from this repo and build me a dashboard in this exact style, but make sure you open it in localhost because this is just a demo. Claude will start thinking. It will read the entire content of that repo, and in the end we will get the dashboard is now live, so you can open it at localhost on port 8080. So I'm gonna copy this link and open it in Chrome, and this is what we have. The left menu is a bit simplified compared to the original one, but the color palette is preserved. The elements are interactive. Let's see these charts also. It's very, very close. So we have a winner. We can say that DeepSeek it is capable of building one dashboard if we provide an HTML. So the result is pretty close to the original source. Now, I tried and experimented to build some websites from scratch, just sending some print screens from inspiration. You shouldn't use DeepSeek as the front end builder. So if you wanted to build your front end based on print screens, it will not get that great results. So definitely Anthropic's models beat the front end capability. So yeah, this is my conclusion. Let's go to the second test. The second test is the tool calling. let's assume I already have a Claude workspace with commands, with skills, and I want to use them, but using the DeepSeek. So making sure that the workspace that I already built still works correctly. Now, I will use a skill that creates branded PDFs. These PDFs should have certain colors, certain layout. Let's look at one example. Now, the PDF that we see here, it was created with Anthropic's models. This is how it looks like. It contains 20 tips to stop wasting tokens, right? This is the topic. And on the second and third page, we have the installation guide. What I will try to do is I will try to recreate the same exact PDF, but this time using DeepSeek. And in the end, we will compare the two PDFs. Let's see if they look the same or how similar do they actually look. This time I opened my existing workspace and under skills, I have this skill called school cheat sheet, right? If we look really fast and I pressed Command Shift V to display it in a user-friendly mode, we can see that we have here some requirements, right? Like, for example, we want two columns grid in case we have multiple items. We have some reference files, formatting, where to place the PDF. So this is how the skill looks like. Now let's actually generate it. So I opened this time Claude Code with the same command that we used before, but inside Visual Studio, and we can see it's using DeepSeek V4 Flash. So all I did is use school cheat sheet. This is the example. And I asked it, hey, please create me a cheat sheet showing my top tips on how to save tokens, right? And I just gave it the 20 ways in plain text. The PDF was created. Let's check it out. I would say the first page looks really good. It's pretty similar. But the second page kind of lost formatting, so it's not really identical. I would say it's 70%, maybe 80% there in terms of formatting and branding, but definitely not identical to the one that Claude built using the same skill. This is the original one. Yeah, so the quality I would say 70-80% there, and the speed, it was really slow. We can say the second test is concluded, so we just use an existing skill from our Claude workspace and we called that skill using DeepSeek. Now, let's do a third test, this time using a command. I have this command that creates thumbnails. So I have a certain thumbnail style and I want to generate one thumbnail for this exact video. Let's do some inception moment. So I will ask it to create one thumbnail for a video about DeepSeek and Claude, the fact that the cost can get 90% times cheaper. So let's do thumbgen. Please create me a thumbnail in my regular style showing Claude Code plus DeepSeek, and the text should say 90 times cheaper. So it's capable of reading the style references, it's starting to build. It has some problems midway, so it gets stuck. But after I say, hey, please remember whenever you create these thumbnails, please remember to send the reference picture also. So after I nudge it a little bit, here is what I get. We have all 4 variations of thumbnails were generated and you can now inspect them. This skill is supposed to generate 4 options for me to choose from. This is the result. So I got 4 variations. And what is also actually relevant, right? So the today's topic is DeepSeek. So what did DeepSeek do in this case? So this tool is supposed to create a prompt and send the reference image to an image generation model. I used Nano Banana via kie.ai. Kie.ai is a marketplace. So from my flow, DeepSeek is responsible of grabbing the correct specification of my command, right? So everything under this command, and get the reference image and make an API call to kie.ai. Kie.ai contains many models for image generation, and in my case, I use Nano Banana to generate the images. But DeepSeek was not responsible of generating the image itself, right? So we are only testing the fact that it's able to use the specification of our thumbgen command, right? That's it. But the image generation itself, it's done by Nano Banana. If you've never seen kie.ai, this is how it looks like. They have many models right here. You can pick and choose whatever you like. And in the logs, we can see that the prompt, this one, was sent by DeepSeek, right, to the correct endpoint, together with the reference image. And we got 4 variations, put them in a grid, and these were the results. So out of the 4, we can choose whichever we like. In this third test, I would evaluate the same 70% of the capability of Anthropic's models. Why? Because in the beginning it forgot to send the reference image. The prompt that I showed you right now was at the second attempt. So the first attempt of the prompt, the result was a little bit worse. So the images had some glowing effects which were misplaced. Yeah. But after I nudged it, I got similar results as I would get with Anthropic. To sum up, let's look at the pros and cons. And when does it make sense to use DeepSeek? Well, for the pros, it's definitely the price. So DeepSeek, it's 90 times cheaper. Let's actually look for the pricing. 1 million output tokens, 28 cents for DeepSeek V4 Flash. Now for Claude Opus 4.7, we have $25 per 1 million output tokens. I'm comparing the output because these tokens are the most expensive ones. So price is a pro, definitely. If you use Claude with DeepSeek directly as I showed you, meaning with the API key you created from platform.deepseek.com, you have no rate limit. This is very important. There are other ways to use it, like via Open Router, but you get rate limited. So best way is to make the connection directly from Claude to DeepSeek. Now for the cons. It's definitely slower. I would say 4-5 times slower. Is it okay for front end? I will say mostly no. So for front end, if you have an existing HTML, as I did, so remember, I went to tailadmin.com, I grabbed an existing HTML, and based on it, yes, I got a good result. But if you want Claude to build you some front end from scratch and you just feed it some print screens, definitely front end it's not the strong part of DeepSeek. So if you want to build front end based on print screens, go with Anthropic's models. Do not try to build a front end with DeepSeek. When does this make sense? For backend, let's say we want to continue this build, and besides the front end, we want to actually feed it real data, real numbers from a database. So in that case, you will need the backend build, right? So you will store this in Supabase and build some scripts, some logic that you get real data. In this case, building the backend makes sense. And the last one would be privacy. So everything you send to DeepSeek goes to China. So make sure you are not sending sensitive data. If you have a client work in a highly regulated industry like healthcare, finance, make sure you don't send your API keys in the chat. And yeah, so everything sensitive must be kept on your own laptop. Do not send it in the chat. If you want to get the best of both worlds, meaning the smartness of Opus but the price of DeepSeek, you could go and use something like this. Use /plan whenever you want to build something new. Plan it with Opus, but whenever you want to implement that plan, the execution part, you can send it to DeepSeek. And this way you keep your costs down. Feel free to experiment with it and let me know your experience in the comments below.